Thank you.
I also have to make a small correction. I'm not a doctor. I wish I was one, so that I think my life would be easier. But I work with doctors every day. My name is Andrej Zverzanhovski. I represent the Unica Clinic from the Czech Republic, which was founded back in 1994. So we are one of the oldest clinics founded in the Czech Republic. And today I'm here to talk to you in general about the possibilities in the field of reproductive medicine in this country, and of all the available treatments, a little bit into the legislation. I will keep it short because I am the last, so I think that everybody now is ready for to go for questions and to keep on coming. So maybe I'll skip the introduction about my clinic and come to it at the end. The reason why I'm really happy to be able to talk to you here today is that a lot of people do not know this much about the field of reproductive medicine and IVF in the Czech Republic. Maybe my colleagues, the doctors, they do, as this has been a bit of a recently more subject, but the Czech Republic has a very long tradition in IVF. So as you can see, the first baby was born back in 1982, but what is maybe more important is that to know the fact that since then more than 5 million babies were born in the Czech Republic through IVF. So in the last 35 years or so, the country, the people, and the social environment are such that over the years the importance was given through large investments by the public hospitals, but also significant contributions to the private sector, which helped not just in terms of having always the newest technology, but more importantly having the formed doctors that are able to perform, assess, and also collaborate with doctors from other countries. I'm sorry, I forgot my glasses, so I'm trying to keep on. Coming back to the fact that maybe not a lot of people know is that it has become a topic in the last maybe 3 or 4 years, but just to give you a few numbers that I haven't listed because unfortunately we still don't have very exact statistics. Something that we are hoping will change in Europe in general, and we are striving towards that. But back in 2005, some 20,000 cycles were performed in the Czech Republic, which was back then roughly 50% nationals and 50% foreign. Today, we estimate some 30,000 cycles per year are performed in the Czech Republic, and the number of clinics has grown to almost 45, if I'm not correct. They do open and close, so I cannot tell you exactly. So out of these 30,000, let's say, cycles that are performed, we register that from more than 35 countries from all over the world. In our clinic, we had last year patients from 26 countries, mostly I can say from Western and Central Europe, and they come for different reasons. So one of the reasons that, of course, we like to emphasize is the very strong legislation. It's very regulated. A lot of effort has been put into this by the community, the medical, but also by the international cooperations that these institutions have. And today we have a situation where in order to get a license, you have to get through a very long process and regularly report on an audited basis in terms of your procedures, in terms of not just on the medical part, but also on the let's say management part. One of the particularities, I will skip on the next slide, of the Czech Republic is the egg donation, that is allowed on an anonymous basis and that has been performed for a very long time. This is interesting maybe because we are in Italy, and I'm happy to be able to discuss this with you because we have a lot of Italian patients that come to the Czech Republic. one of the reasons. It's not the only one. I'll discuss maybe a few other factors why they do come to the Czech Republic, is that egg donation, like in Spain, that my colleague correctly stipulated just before, is allowed, is anonymous, is on a voluntary basis. So the donor has to go also through a very strict selection process and assessment. This is not just medical, but also psychological. They need to understand the potential consequences, and this is explained to them very meticulously. Genetic testing as well is compulsory, and why this is important is because patients that are coming need to have this feeling of security of what they're going through, especially in a foreign country. So one of the other advantages I would have to also say in the Czech Republic is, let's say, the ease in languages. So we are lucky there to have a little bit of a mix. So German, Austrian, we have a lot of people that speak Italian, a lot of people that speak Russian and other languages, and this is an aspect that when we speak to patients and we ask them for feedback, why do you come or why do you feel comfortable, is that they're able to speak in their own language. This is also the case in Spain, so not to try to diminish that, but much easier than maybe in other countries is that they're able to speak either to doctors or have coordinators that can help them really understand their situation and not just nod with their heads and not knowing what awaits them. So I'm not going to go, I mean, the Czech Republic, same as here in Italy, same as in Spain, has much of the newest and standard treatments and lab methods that are allowed. I would like to say that that the legislation does not allow surrogacy. That it is considered that the mother is the person who gave birth. So for this reason, and same-sex couples, it is also not allowed. In theory as well, it needs to be a couple, but not. So it can be also extramarital. I don't know how to say. So maybe just to go back to my first slide. I don't know if I can do it. Maybe I can, yes. So just a few words about our clinic. As I mentioned before, founded in 1994, and since then thousands of babies were born in our clinic. The clinic was first started in Brno, which is actually the city of Brno. I don't know how you call it in Italian, but it's the first IVF baby was actually born in the hospital of Brno. Since then, of course, we involved a lot. We are a clinic that does accepts some 1,200 patients per year, roughly 1,600 cycles. We have 8 doctors. And one of our particularities that we're proud of, and we took a lot of years to do, is that 3 years ago we entered into an exclusive association with the McGill University from Canada, Montreal. And why we are proud of it is because it shows how cooperation and collaboration can be also on from a medical aspect, not just in terms of exchanging patients, but much more in terms of exchanging knowledge, opening our box of secrets and protocols one to each other, and really try to solve and give a solution to the people that have one and the same wish, and that is to have a baby, and that is to have a family, and in which way you define it. For us, it's all the same, I think. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day.